John Marek, followed by Ashley Caldwell. Name and address for the record, please.
My name is John Marek, 3647 Kearney Avenue. I'm actually here on behalf of the Civilian Law Enforcement Review Board. I'm a member, and I want to give a shout out and thank our chairman, Reverend Ralph White. He's here and has been kind enough to be here today. He's also in support of the measure, and he understands the importance of this, and I just want to make sure I notice him. He was kind enough to let me be the one that read the letter I wrote from that the CLERB actually approved for reading. And I really believe that I'm uniquely positioned to speak on this issue. I grew up in Vice Lord territory. I saw the lack of trust that my neighborhood held for the police, but at the same time, I saw how much we need our police. They need to be well paid. They need to have their health care benefits. They need to be respected. But at the same time, we have to make sure that there's a good level of oversight so that we know that everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. And body cams are going to be, which, by the way, I was the first one to call for body cams. That's going to take us in the right direction, but it isn't the only solution. At the end of the day, I just want to make sure that Memphis is not the next Baltimore. I love this city. And that's why I want to read this letter now that we approved unanimously amongst the Civilian Law Enforcement Review Board.
You have 51 seconds, John.
Distinguished members of the Memphis City Council, it has been well documented that the Civilian Law Enforcement Review Board, CLERB, was disbanded in 2011 and that prior to this, there were concerns about its effectiveness. Members felt that they were volunteering their time for an entity that had no teeth, no power to do the work this body was tasked with. In the aftermath of Ferguson, Baltimore, and as a number of national incidents continue to unfold, trust between the public and the police is understandably at an all-time low. We know that we need a strong and respected police force to keep our city safe, and this must include ensuring accountability for all parties involved during any police encounter. Body cameras, which the city will begin implementing in September, will be an important step toward providing the transparency needed to reestablish that trust. Body cameras protect the police, they protect the public, and they save taxpayers' dollars. However, the barriers to accountability we have faced will not fix that problem.
Just summarize.
The ordinance before you is a reasonable one. It calls for both transparency, subpoena power, investigatory power, but at the same time, the director of police is allowed to discard that ruling as long as he or she provides that ruling on a public forum. This is how we get transparency, and this is why the Civilian Law Enforcement Review Board approved it unanimously. Thank you, and I urge you to support this measure.
All right.